Hey everybody, I am back. I know it's been a while, but I figured I'd just check in with you all and let me just fix this. Check in with you all and see how you all are doing, especially with what has transpired over the last week in Charlottesville as well. Um, my condolences to Heather's family. And I know that everybody has been, seeing everything, but I just wanted to share with you all about rise and grind. There are things that we all have experienced, positive and negative, and we look at it and looking at each of us, or looking at me, looking at what I can do in a situation to make sure that as I live on this earth, as I live each day, that I am making a difference, that I am making an impact, that I am doing. Sorry about that. As you see, I may or may not have a charged phone, but that I'm making a difference, and that I'm making sure that I am doing my part and doing what I should be doing, achieving the goals that only my footprints and my thumbprints can leave on the earth. And that is my focus today. We all have individual fingerprints. We all have individual thumbprints that we are given, and I believe it's something that we need to make an impact while we are here on the earth. So I am here to share about rise and grind. It is time for us to rise. It is time for us to grind in this season. So there's 4 parts of it. The first is prayer. I think that sometimes people think that it is an old school art. It is a dying art. It is something that really doesn't make a difference, or it's something that's fake. But let me tell you, I am a firm believer that there is power in prayer. My dad, when he was living, I would wake up and he'd be praying. I would get ready to go to bed and he would be on his knees in the living room, on his knees praying. And I tell you the truth that there is power in prayer. Prayer changes things. So a lot of times we're so quick to pick up the phone when something frustrates us, or if we're driving, we're so quick to flip a bird because there is something internally in us that is bothering us to the point where we get so upset that everything makes us upset. So I can tell you that through prayer, you get on your knees, or you get in a quiet place, or you, as you are sitting, riding, or driving, you can just make you the quiet place and you pray. You pray about this world that we live in. You pray about the situations that are going on. You pray about things health-wise, financially, anything that is concerning you. You are able to pray about it, and it doesn't have to be anything super complicated. Keep it simple. And by doing that, you express your feelings, your thoughts, your situation, your dreams, your aspirations. You put that in words. And sometimes if you can't put it in words, you put it in a tune. You put it in a melody. You put your prayer in a way that suits you. And there's nothing cookie cutter about prayer. There's nothing kind of like linear about prayer. Prayer comes from the heart. So whatever is on your heart, that is sitting on your heart, that's what you pray about. Your next door neighbor, your children, your family, your job, like I said, your aspirations. So by praying, that's rise and grind. If you're a morning person or if you're a night person, the Bible says pray without ceasing. So, hey, anytime. As you can see, my shirt says coffee. I love coffee. So there is not like a set time that I drink coffee, and there's not a set time that I pray. But I can tell you from personal experience, the power of prayer is really powerful. It is real. The solar eclipse is coming up, and there's nothing that we can do on our own that is going to stop it, that's going to allow us to see the eclipse for more than 2.5 or 2 minutes and 32 seconds. There's nothing that we can do. But through prayer, outside of the total eclipse, I can say that prayer changes things. How? That's not for us to decide. But by praying and knowing that through prayer, it can make a difference. It can make a difference through our country, through the world, through our home, everywhere. Just prayer. Rise and grind. Along with prayer comes purpose. There's a book, Why Are You on the Earth? Or something like that. Just like with our thumbprints, the fingerprints, there are things within each of us that we have a purpose, a calling that only we can fulfill. Sometimes we are giving directions, or you have an idea, man, I should have done that, because your friend or your neighbor, that same thing that came to you, they're like, oh yeah, I did this, and wow, you're not going to believe it. I opened up a used car shop. Or I opened up this new boutique. You're not going to believe it. Or I opened up this online career coaching business. Whatever it is, there is a purpose. And it's something that you may have thought about since you were a little tyke. It may be something that has been kind of perpetually on your mind. You're constantly thinking about it. You drive by a particular location and it brings back kind of like a fulfillment. Wow, I wonder if, or it could be something very concise, very clear that you want to do. So with purpose, we do not want to allow fear to stop purpose before it even begins to be set in motion. So purpose is something that I believe is tied into your calling. And yes, there are gifts that we have, and they may be tied in together, but everything that is a gift may not be your purpose at this time. It may be something that will help with your purpose or with your calling. But that's separate. But I could say that it is a time to fulfill our purpose. And purpose goes in hand with each day. Our fingerprints, our purpose for each day. Why is it that we are encountering certain people, to share a word, to share a smile? Sometimes a smile can save somebody's life. It can intervene in a situation. Sometimes it's not words. Sometimes it's actions. Sometimes it's just allowing the person that is trying to turn and you're going straight. Sometimes it's just your purpose for that moment is just to allow them to go instead of speeding up and saying, oh, well, they can catch the next time to make a left. So purpose, be very cognizant and begin to really consider and get clarity for your purpose in this time. Next part of rise and grind at this point is being positive, positivity. There's the gratitude, waking up every morning and thinking of things that you're grateful for. That is definitely it. And also making sure that we keep a positive outlook as best as we can. There's this a saying that, I was thinking about not having shoes when I looked at the person next to me and they had no feet. And there's a viral video that's going around and he says that, the first step is to make your bed every day. Well, being positive and being grateful that you have we have a bed that we can make up. It may not have 1,600 thread count sheets on it right now. Maybe it does. But we think and we're positive that we have a bed right now. Being positive to be able to accept whatever state that we are given at this moment, because we never know. The saying, don't sweat the small stuff. So being positive and don't sweat the small stuff, and try to find the good in a situation. Countless times, one of my worst accidents that I had to thank God that the people that my truck hit, I had an accident with the van, and thank God we were both okay. The vehicles were tremendously wrecked. But I in that situation, positively, I had to thank God that we were not severely injured. Nobody was traumatically injured, and out of the situation, yeah, it was really bad. But the positivity. Look at the silver lining. It's not always easy. I'm not saying that. And there are periods of time where we do look at a situation and it's going to take time to get through it. But just looking at the silver lining, looking up to the clouds to see the light. And by looking up and up and above the situation that we're going through at the time allows us to try and hold on to a reflection or a piece of positivity. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's easy all the time, but I'm saying that there is a way to kind of look above. Just like an eagle soars above and they're able to float. So if we can just get that little piece of positivity in whatever situation, whatever you are facing right now, whatever you're doing right now, just maintain a sense of positivity as best as you can. The last part of Rise and Grind is potential. There are gifts inside of each and every one of you. There are gifts that you have that someone may have told you that I don't know. So you know it's a gift. It's something that you are able to do, that you've been doing for so long, and it's something that you are able to excel in. Knowing and recognizing your potential. Don't allow someone to tell you that you can. Now, I'm not saying that if you can't sing, don't go cut a record. I am not saying the potential has to be there. Yes, there's a love. You know, I have the love of singing, but I'm not going to be cutting any record. So the potential, knowing your potential, and to be able to believe in yourself. I guess with potential, that's it. The potential, rise and grind, believe in yourself. Take that first step. Don't allow fear to settle in, to immobilize your potential. That's a lot of times what happens. A lot of times we cut off our potential within ourselves, potential within our families, potential within our children, potential within our colleagues, our friends. Don't be a potential stopper. Don't snuff out your potential. Don't snuff out your dream because you can't see the next step. All you have to know that there is a foundation for you to be able to take that next step. Once you take that next step, the next one is easier, and then easier and easier. And if you get to a wall, then you determine if you need to go left or right, or create another opportunity out of it. But recognize your potential. And that gets back into being able to get to the point where you recognize your own potential and know that there is potential in others. So that is Rise and Grind. My Rise and Grind for today. Prayer, purpose, positivity, and potential. and know that there is greatness inside of you. And never, never, ever, ever forget the power of prayer. That's it. Oh, one more thing. I ask that you like my page. Go to Lisa Wigfall, the page Lisa Wigfall on Facebook. You can like me on Facebook. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like. Share, stop by and say hey. And I hope to see you soon. And remember, there is greatness inside of you. Enjoy your day, and most of all, do not forget to smile. Smile. All right, take care. Until next time, bye.